video, I'm going to talk about comfort measures for labor. During labor, there are many different comfort measures you can use to help ease the pain. Some of these come about rather naturally, and others may have to be suggested to you by your support person. Penny Simkin, who is considered one of the main people behind the modern doula movement, talks about using a coping method referred to as the 3 R's: relaxation, rhythm, and ritual. As we demonstrate some comfort measures for you, you will see some of this in action. Basically, she suggests that relaxation is important, if not during contractions, which becomes tough in the later part of labor, but certainly in between contractions. The rhythms and rituals sort of naturally develop where the laboring person feels the need to repeat the same ritual through each contraction, and also tends to exhibit a rhythmic pattern of rocking or maybe tapping, moaning, or breathing. Deep breathing is often taught in advance, but I find this to be such an instinctual thing that most women just do it on their own. It is very focusing, however, to have a support person eye to eye breathing along with you and giving encouragement. Today I have the help of my husband, Tracy. Yes, really, Tracy and Tracy, and my mom, Wendy, as well, who's going to join us later. So let's demonstrate how you'd support me with breathing and keeping my focus. Adopting position changes every 30 minutes or so will be helpful in both moving labor along and helping to cope with pain. Standing or walking is pretty self-explanatory how that's done. Being upright, though, allows the gravity to do its magic, applying the baby well to your cervix. And when you're walking, it aids the baby in moving down through the pelvis. Quite often, women naturally bend over during contractions, which helps relieve back pain. This can be done, for example, onto the bed. If we imagine that this is a bed, and women are quite often assuming positions like this. Or with the use of a birth ball, such as this. When you're in this position, someone can easily have access to your back to help rub all your sore muscles and provide relaxation. If using your partner to hang on to, rhythmic rocking or slow dancing often naturally develops. Sitting on a birth ball is great when you need to give your legs a rest. You should sit with your legs nice and wide to open your pelvis. So sit down with wide legs and then push them way further open. You need a really wide open stance for this to be the most beneficial. Then you can bounce or rock, move in figure eights, whatever feels good for you in the moment. You'll want to have a support person behind you to ensure you don't fall off. Kneeling is another comfortable position that many adopt, again taking pressure off of the back and allowing really open access for massage or counter pressure. It can be done on all fours or leaning on the back of the hospital bed or on a birth ball. This. When you're tired and want to lay down for a while, side laying is probably the best position to adopt. Peanut balls or stacked up pillows, which seem like they're in really short supply in the hospitals for some reason, can help you get in a relaxing position that keeps the pelvis nice and open. You'll lay on your side here, you'll put your leg up on the ball. You're going to be tipped quite far forward, but this is a really great position to keep open in your hips and allow the baby to still move down without sort of having a lapse in movement. Some other positions are usually used in later labor, particularly during pushing, to help relieve pressure off the tailbone or the perineum. You could try sitting backwards on the toilet, like if we pretend that this is a toilet, and obviously you're open here, and you can see that you'll have no pressure whatsoever on your perineum, and it makes you let go of those muscles better. Squatting with the aid of a partner, with or without a sheet or rebozo or the squat bar, allows the pelvis to open up nice and wide. Heat or cold therapy is another useful tool for pain relief. You could use a rice bag, hot or cold, a hot water bottle, an ice pack wrapped in a towel, or an electric heating pad. Often heat methods are not really welcomed in Calgary hospitals, as they do increase the mother's temperature. However, they can be used at home in early labor. There are many different massage techniques and tools that can help with pain relief. During early labor, usually a lighter touch is preferred, and as labor progresses, you might find a more firm massage is needed. Sit here, please. Effleurage is the light, gentle rubbing with open hands, like this. Often I time my strokes with the breathing. This is usually more relaxing in earlier labor, and then later on you might get into a more firm touch, or sometimes people just like the nice deep firm massages. You can always massage the neck and shoulders in between contractions, or if she prefers, you can even do it during. You can do some nice neck massage. And you should always ask for feedback in between contractions if more or less pressure is desired. Hands and feet often get sore and cramped from clenching or supporting oneself. So massage lightly over the bones of the hands and feet, and massage on the feet, particularly in someone that has an epidural, is a nice way to help them with that numbness, and their feet are usually cold. Tools can help if your hands are tired or if you just can't apply enough pressure. There are massage tools like this, or rollers. You can even use cut-up pool noodles to help if you want to get some deep action going on here. Or you can even just put 2 tennis balls into a sock and just make sure that you're going on either side of the spine and roll it here. This is the area that tends to be the most focused on, I find, during labor. Counter pressure, thanks Mom. I'll get Tracy back here. Counter pressure is another technique which most women enjoy. If you want to get down on all fours, you're going to be my laboring person this time. So with her on all fours or bending over, you can apply firm, steady pressure with the heels of your palms just above her bum on either side of her spine. You really need to push hard, so it's best if you're able to get above her like this. And you just keep a firm, steady pressure throughout the contraction, and then once the contraction's over, then you can let go. The double hip squeeze is something that I find people either love or hate, but it can be really helpful for back labor. The woman will need to, again, bend or kneel over, and you place your hands on the hip bone, but into the, like in line with the hips, but on the back on the buttocks. I put my hands like this, and I press inwards, and this presses the hips inwards. It changes the angle of the pelvis a bit and is often quite relieving for lower back pain. Now, as you can see, doing a million of those can be quite physically demanding, so this is actually an easier thing for two people to do together. I'll get you to get up, and I'll get my handy rebozo, or you can just use a sheet. And my mom Wendy is going to step in again, and we're going to show you how this is easy. You can face the camera, please. And we're going to have this wrapped low around the hips. Make sure that we're all the way under the abdomen. And then during contractions, you would just slightly lean like this. And again, this is pulling the hips in together, just the same as I was doing with my hands. Thank you. Many other methods can be used, such as listening to some relaxing music, or maybe you want to dance around to your favorite upbeat songs. You might try visualization or meditation. Aromatherapy at home might be helpful, but it is not allowed in hospitals. Many find success with hypnotherapy, which needs to be taught and practiced well before labor. My very favorite method of all is hydrotherapy. That is having a long shower or using a tub. You know that feeling of relief you get after a stressful day when you step into some nice warm water and you're just like, and all your tension sort of drains out. This is the same for labor pain. I've seen so many times where the pain is greatly decreased, relaxation's way up, and labor quickly progresses. I cannot recommend this enough. Your support person can take the shower head down and move it over your low back throughout contractions, or some like it on their abdomen. Or your partner can get right in the tub with you, sitting behind you to support you. Let's pretend that this is in the tub. You know, sit on the chair, and I mean, imagine we're both sitting on the floor of the tub, but quite often this is what we see the support helping the laboring person in the tub. The physical intimacy of being nearly naked together should also get some more oxytocin flowing. Whatever methods you use, having a supportive person such as your partner, a doula, family member, or friend will help greatly. Maintaining eye contact through contractions, mimicking deep breathing with you, giving lots of verbal encouragement, but not so much as to become annoying, and providing some soothing touch goes a long way in keeping you relaxed and confident.